For better or for worse, whether we like it or not, the birthplace of the modern world is Europe. Rome, after all, is quite possibly the most influential civilization in human history. And you know what the Romans really like to do? Conquer. So Julius Caesar eventually moved north into Gaul, in what is now France, and he met up with a group of Celtic-speaking people who congregated around a river basin. In fact, there were Celtic tribes living across the area in what is now called Paris. Ever heard of this place called Paris? The city of Paris, and northern France in general, relies upon the Seine River, which I'm mispronouncing. This is where Paris would eventually become the main powerhouse of what we now know as France, taking over other linguistic regions like Brittany, which also spoke a Celtic language, and South Occitanian. This made French the dominant language, and the dominant culture of what we now know as France. A country that would eventually form an incredibly powerful empire and one of the most influential nation-states in world history. Another place that the Romans really like to conquer would be Britain, and they would found the city of Lugdunum along the river Thames. Now, Roman Britain was the poorest region of the empire at the time, and few would have guessed or predicted that this region would produce one of the greatest cities in human history. The river Thames does eventually flow into the North Sea, connecting the capital to the ocean, which was essential during the 1800s as the British were the first and foremost global maritime power.